Hi, I'm Jennifer with Screen Door Needleworks, and thank you for coming to my Flosstube. If you're new here, I appreciate it. If you're coming back, I appreciate that as well, and I'm happy you're here. So today, what I'm gonna, it's like a, not a true floss, well, it's a Flosstube, but like a, not a typical. I'm gonna go over, if you have seen Leah Bloom, I think Instagram is the Blooming Stitcher, I believe. I'll have to double check. And then Holly Jones, she is Mrs. Jones Stitches on Instagram. They started a little sal that I think is going to turn out to be super fun. It is so far. They called it the Blackbird Academy, and it goes August through May. And they set up a little syllabus for it. Each month has a fun prompt, and you pick any Blackbird design that aligns with that prompt, and it's wide open. Like it says alphabet for August. That doesn't have to be like A through Z. It can, you know, the word, it could have the word Blackbird on there, and you can call that alphabet. Any way you work it in, just to make it fun and join along with everybody, works. So it's not like strict and super tight ruled. It's just for fun and to stitch all our favorite Blackbird patterns. And I kind of wanted to just go through and show you what I think my year is going to look like. And hopefully I stick to it. I'm not very good at plans, but I went through all my Blackbirds and I was like, okay, what goes with each prompt and what could I work on? So I pulled them. I did pull a few extras in case I am not feeling one of the ones when it comes to that month. Some are new starts, some are whips. One is potentially a restart because I miscounted when I started it. But yeah, let's get started and I'll show you what I did. So August, the prompt, like I said, was alphabet. And I went through my stash and I pulled the Sewing Club book. And I went with Tiny Treetops. And this is what the finished pattern is. And I went with this one because it's not super huge, and I just liked it. It's 208 by 83, so I guess, what would you call that? Medium sized, maybe? I selected that one, and I didn't even see if I had the called for flosses because I wanted to pull out some of my just little, like my random flosses that I've collected over the years, and I went with, I don't think I'm using this one. I decided, maybe I am. I'll keep it. Okay, so I went with 40 count Queen Anne color and cotton. Super light. It was just this past month's fabric of the month. And that is my progress so far. And you'll notice the colors are kind of bright compared to what Blackbirds typically call for. And I did that intentionally, like I said, because I wanted to pull from some of my less often used flosses. So I grabbed some color and cottons and then a handful of floss that I dyed myself years and years ago because I don't know why, to be honest. I just wanted to. And then I couldn't bear to throw them away. So I shoved them in a drawer and they're finally being used. But the two pinks that you see in the flowers there, well, actually the green, nope, the green is a color and cotton. And then the alphabet that I have so far are ones that I just dyed myself. I think they go together nicely. And so far I'm really enjoying them. So I don't know how to do this very well yet, but I try. Hopefully you could see that. And then the green that I've used so far is a color and cotton, Enchanted. Oops. But I think that's going to turn out quite nice. And I've got a decent start on it. I worked on it 2 days so far. And I love it. I'm really happy I decided to join in too because I was not going to, because I have enough whips to drive me crazy. And I really, sorry, I said I was going to stop turning away from the microphone. And there I went and turned away from the microphone. But anyway, I have so many whips, it could drive you crazy and it's chaotic. So I was like, I really have wanted to trim them down and kind of rein that in a little bit. So I said, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. But August 1st, Leah was reposting everyone's starts for summer school or for Blackbird Academy. And I got sucked in, went through all my stuff and found the tiny treetops pattern to get started. And you know, what's a few more new starts? Because like I said, some of mine are whips too. So that'll get me to work on a few and I'll deal with that later. And also give me a chance to work on some whips. Okay, and then the prompt for September is birds. So I pulled this one that I started, I think it was just this past January. It's from the For My Friend book. And I went with the Our Home Sewing Box. It's got the two little birds there up top. I started it in January because it was going to be my blessing sampler. But then I miscounted somewhere. I still have not figured out where because I tried, instead of, you know, picking out a few stitches, I tried to fudge it. And now, to be honest, I don't know if I can fudge it. I'll have to go back, take a look, and see what I can do. I'm not very far, so why I don't just start over is beyond me. But that is where I'm at. I'm stitching it on 40 count Through the Looking Glass by Tabby Cat. And it is a very nice color. It's lighter again, but it's still very pretty. And I think it goes really well with these floss. And they are the called for traditional Blackbird feel colors. And like I said, not very far, but far enough that I am going to attempt to make it work even with my mistake. And what I looking at it now, I'm pretty sure my mistake is I didn't start the house in the correct spot. Maybe I will frog those. But so if I keep building my house, it's gonna wind up touching the flower leaf up here, and I don't want those to touch, was my conundrum. And I also did not want to frog, so I threw a fit, put it in timeout, and now I think I'm ready to just frog those. What is that, like 50 stitches I'd have to frog? Like, just do it already. And if it's not the house that's off, then it's the plant that's off. But either way, it's not that many stitches. We'll see what I do. I'll check back in September. Oh, and let me show you the pretty floss. Oh, they're so pretty. Right now, all I have is a bunch of the like duller colors, but there's some pretty red in here, reddish pinks. It's just a mixture, like all of those. So once I get really into these reds and pinks, it'll start being really pretty. So that's September. October's prompt is pumpkins. This one is a whip that I've been excited to get back to since I put it away last fall. It's Feast of Friendship. And it's a lot of stitching, but it's going to be so pretty. And I always think I'm further than I am because it's taken me a long time just to stitch this much, but this house is huge. So it takes a fair amount of time. But it's not bad progress, so I will work on that for October. This one I am using, oops. I'm not going to pull them all out because that would take forever, but the Vicki Clayton Silk Pack that she has for this one, and the colors are good. I did change the house. I think calls for like 3 different blues. I just picked one blue and I'm doing it solid that color of blue instead of the like patchwork of different blues. So yeah, it's very pretty. I'm stitching on, oh my gosh, keep dropping the pattern. Tabby Cat again, 40 count, just the ticket. And it is gorgeous. And I mentioned this, I'm pretty sure in my last video, Vicki Clayton silks are just so good to stitch with. I really like them. Sometimes some of her like pulled together conversions that she does, I'll have 1 or 2 colors that you're like, I don't really like that one. Which I think this one did have one of those. So I did change one more. Shoot. Of course, I don't remember what it was. But you just, you know, you replace it, and her silks are so affordable that it's not like a huge expense. There is a loud helicopter flying out there. Sounds pretty low. Interesting. I wonder what it is. Yeah, that one, I'm really excited to get back to that one. Like, looking at it and going through it kind of makes me want to work on it today. But I can't because I have got to finish my Peace on Earth sampler that I've been showing the last couple of videos. I have got to get that thing finished, and I only have 1,300 stitches left. It's over there is why I keep looking there. 1,300 stitches. I'm just going to show you. And then it'll be complete. But don't you love it? I do. Oh, so pretty. Oops, sorry. I whacked the microphone. I hope that wasn't loud. Okay, what do we do October? No, oh, November is basket. And so I decided, since I love Feast of Friendship so much and really want to make some good progress, I'm going to do that for November as well. It doesn't have, I'll pull it back out to show you, like a true basket, but I'm going to call that white thing a basket and go with it. So that'll be fun. I should make hopefully a whole lot of progress on that. Okay, so that was November. December is winter or Christmas. And I finally am going to start this one. I bought the floss pack for it, the conversion from the attic. I don't even know how long ago. Jean Lee was in the store when I bought it. When I bought a lot of floss conversions, because how do you pass them up? But it's a Belle Soie conversion from the attic, and I am stitching the 'Tis the Season cardinal. Oh, it is so pretty. You should see it in the store, the conversion they have. Like, it's gorgeous. I should have purchased or written down what fabric they also stitched theirs on, because I think it's on like a palish, bluish, grayish, maybe. It's gorgeous. So that's the one I'm gonna do. And how big is this? It looks somewhat large. I don't know, can't find it. How does that work? Sorry guys, I got sidetracked and now I really want to know how big it is, but why am I missing the actual chart? My eyes don't always work like they should. Oh, there it is. 226 by 81, so it's not that big. It's about the same as the tiny treetops I'm doing. I have not picked out a fabric linen yet, but I will show you these pretty Belle Soie colors. Oh, they're so good. So there they are. Okay, and I will say, looking at that, I'm kind of like, interesting. But once I get it stitched, you're gonna see. So beautiful. That's December. And if you want that floss pack too, you can call the attic, and I'm sure they would gladly put another one together for you. Okay, where are we? January. January is house. So this one, I don't have the chart with me. I leave it at my mom's house, down with some of my stuff a lot of my stuff that I have in her basement craft room, because I got wild and silly and paid way too much for it. So I'm scared to ruin it, because I don't take very good care of my patterns. Like, I don't resell them, so I don't necessarily care if they get a little bit wrinkled as I use them. But this one I do care, because it was an investment. But it is the "And to All a Good Night" pattern that has, like, this is a big tall house. It says "And to All a Good Night" above it, and there's like a fruit garland swag over the door here, and it is so pretty. I'm stitching this on a piece of like buttercreamy yellow linen that I got from Vicki Clayton. It's not my favorite linen, I do have to say. It's tough for me to stitch on, but the color is fantastic. And these are just all the different, I'm pretty sure, I didn't go back and double check, but I'm pretty sure these are all the called for floss. I know for a fact this pretty one is the called for the house, and it looks so pink, right? That it kind of looks a little wild. But once you start stitching, it's a beautiful pink for those bricks, and the variegation is just really perfect. And also in the same bag, I have raise a glass of cheer, because I'm going to stitch it in the same floss so that it coordinates. Oh, and I did it. I got my hair cut, you guys. Did you notice? It's all gone, and I love it. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner, other than I'm not a real big salon person. Like, I don't like sitting there. I don't like doing all the things. But now that I don't dye it, because I used to have it short like this, but I'd also dye it blonde. I was in there like 45 minutes. I can do that, right? Every 3 months, 12 weeks, she told me to come back. My little gray streak down in there, but oh, it is so nice. Like, I wish I would have had it like this when we went to Phoenix a couple weeks ago. Where are we? February, hearts. Makes sense. So this pattern, I don't believe it has a heart anywhere on it, but it is called Mother's Garden. And my daughters are my heart. So I'm going to stitch this one, and all through it you can see the initials she has. And it probably says, yeah, Barb stitched the initials of her mother, her mother's children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. So I'm going to stitch my grandparents' initials, my grandma's initials, my mom's, my daughter's, mine, and have my garden that contains my heart. I have floss pulled for this. They aren't the called for. So I'm going to... Sorry, I cannot hold on to anything today. Goodness. I really love the colors that are on here. When I kitted this up forever ago, I was trying to be frugal again, so I pulled from Stash. I like the colors I pulled, but I'm like, what if I look at this and I kind of slightly regret not having all the called for? Just because this one is so pretty. So I'm going to have to think about what I want to do. I don't know. And I haven't put linen with this one yet, just the floss and the chart. So I do have to pick linen and make sure all my floss, shows up on the linen and coordinates well with that before I actually get started. But I'm excited to finally get that one going. March is flowers. And I'm doing, finally, Easter Parade, the bunny one. The basket is so pretty once it's like stitched. So I will have to do that one at some point, but I'm going to do the bunny for March, or at least start. I say do all these, but you know what I mean. Start all of these. I have, I believe, all the called for this one. Let's check. Yes, I did purchase the called for these because I could have easily pulled from stash for the bunny, but a while back I saw someone who stitched this basket and the colors were too perfect. So I had to go with the called for so that I could get the same look and feel. And this is them. I have not picked linen again, just the chart and floss have been kitted up for way too long. But you know what? It worked out because now I'm going to school and I need all my supplies. That was March. Yes, April, strawberries. So this one I pulled another, and I don't have any of the floss or anything pulled for this one yet, just the chart. I have wanted to do Deck the Halls for a long, long time. I was like, you know what? They are strawberries. They're Christmas, but strawberries, and it fits the prompt. And like I mentioned at the beginning, it is a very loose rule of sal, so you kind of do what makes you happy and go with it. The first one I'm going to do is the very first one in the book. That house. Isn't that cute? So I will be doing that in April, and I'm hoping it stitches up quickly because I also want to do the second one. I'm pretty sure that's a pelican, right? I mean, I'm not a major bird person, but I think that's a pelican. Right? The birds that like scoop down and scoop up water off the ocean. Correct me if I'm wrong. Be nice. Be nice about it. But that one is so good. I mean, they're all good in here, but I really want to get those two complete. So that is April. May is patriotic. And this one is a whip that I will be continuing work on because I have got to get some major progress on this finally. Is the United We Stand. I was also going to do this for the flowers month, March. No, not the flowers, the birds for September because the eagle's a bird. But I really want to do the either Restart or Fudge Enough, that one I started as a blessing sampler that I can't remember the name, but it had the two birds on the roof. So yes, this is what I will be doing for May. United We Stand. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you've heard me say I'm doing this one not as a pin pillow thing. I'm doing it all as one long piece so that I can frame it and hang it instead of, so my linen is folded over here. It's longer so that I can put the United and floral band here, We Stand in the last floral band. I am using the called for colors, and they're of course fantastic. The linen is a 40 count piece I dyed myself way back when I first started cross stitching on linen. I was too scared to pay the prices of the overdyed linens because I was so new that I was like, if I don't figure out or like this, I don't want to be out as much money. So I just dyed my own plain white linen, and it came out really pretty. I have no clue how I did it, but I did it and I loved it, and I've used it on several of my pieces that are still in progress, of course, because I don't finish anything quickly. But it's pretty. It's so pretty. And if you have seen the people that have done this one all in one piece, it's perfection. I love it so much. So that is May. And then school's out for summer. Let me show you just really quickly, hopefully really quickly, the few that I pulled just in case I don't feel like one of the ones I grabbed. This one, it's kind of hard to see on the cover photo, but it's from the Abecedarian series, pattern number 7, Loose Feathers, and it's like the farm. That's probably what it's called. Oh, the Country Life. So I just loved all those animals down there in the garden or in the field. And have had this one in my stash for a while and really love it. But I did get intimidated. I didn't fully decide on this one, even though it's not overly huge. It's 90 by 144. That whole bottom half is full coverage. I could leave out the grass, I guess, but then that kind of just takes away from a lot of what's going on. I have the floss for it all pulled, called for colors. They've been kitted up for Lord knows how long. They're all flat from being stored away, but they're pretty. I don't know. Grasshopper. That's a fun color. I want to start it, so we'll see. We'll see if I, excuse me, I'm sorry, if I decide to take that one. The next one is Bringing Good Cheer. I want to do this one just because I want to do all of the ones in their Christmas sampler series. I've done, I think this one's called A Christmas Rose, if I remember correctly. So I've done a Christmas Rose here and finished it. This is using a Victoria Clayton silk conversion, just the whole pack that she sells. I ordered the pack. It's stunning. It's beautiful. It's on a needle and flax dirty teacup 40 count. And I'm gonna, if I do start this one this time around, I'm going to also do it on this same linen because these colors on dirty teacup, perfect. Like I didn't have to change a thing. And they just came out gorgeous. So I have all my little Vicki Clayton bobbins in my box. She includes the chart to convert them over from what's called for to hers. And I think that one will be good. But we'll see what I truly decide to work on. Commitment is hard sometimes. And then one other that I have had the floss for Lord knows how long is Early Christmas Morning. Ooh, this one at the attic, I don't know, it was probably 56 count, maybe 46, who knows. It was tiny and so adorable, so I kind of think I might do it. I'm probably not 56 because I have the overdyed cottons already purchased, but maybe I'll do it on 46 and have a littler one because I believe this one's on 36, the model. Yeah, 36, and it's a good size round thing. What do you call these? I mean, I know it's a pin cushion, but do they have a name? Pin drum maybe. I don't know. But that one's pretty. I have, like I said, the overdyed flosses for it all ready to go. Just need to pick a linen. And yeah, so that's my last extra that I have pulled, flosses and all of that I might switch out with one of them or hold off for another year, who knows. But if you would like to join the Blackbird Academy Sal and you're on Facebook, I will put the group link down in my comments. If you're not on Facebook, I'll link also Holly and Leah's Instagram, so you can, like, they're always resharing some of the posts that people make, so you can look through those, get inspiration and just a smile and some joy out of seeing all the beautiful stitches. And I think that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.